All right, the first thing you need for a cheap, easy, fast deer fence are these T-posts. They're cheap. You can find them at Home Depot or any home store. You need one of these drivers that Joel's holding to drive in the T-posts. We got one for every 10 foot of fence. You can go shorter than that if you want, but I wouldn't go more than 10 feet per post. Then, if you're concerned about smaller critters, you can go ahead and put some chicken wire on. We used cable ties to strap it to the T-posts. We buried it down about 3-4 inches for digging animals. We know this isn't going to stop everybody, but it'll at least deter a few of the small animals. We wrap that all the way around the garden just using these cable ties. The next step is to get 30-pound fishing line and wrap it around the T-posts no more than 1 foot apart all the way around. We got this idea from a guy named Jim, who's a licensed wildlife control agent, and I'll link his video down below. The idea behind this method is that the deer can't see the fishing line, so they won't attempt to jump the fence, and when they bump into the fishing line to get the food, they'll be scared off. They won't know what it is that they ran into. Jim says that if you use larger fishing line, bigger than 30-pound test, the deer will be able to see it. And if you use smaller fishing line, they will just push into it and break it. Make sure that your fishing line ends at the 2 T-posts that will border your gate. You don't want the fishing line wrapped up in the gate itself. For the gate itself, run a new set of fishing lines from a little 1x2 piece of wood, or we just ripped a 2x4 in half right down the middle. Attach a new set of fishing line there and the bottom chicken wire, and you can see we just have 2 wire loops on the T-post gate. The wire loop goes over the top of the piece of wood and also another one at the bottom of the piece of wood. We have a little bit of extra mesh there to keep out the smaller animals. And then we just have 2 stakes, one on either side to secure that mesh, since we don't have anything buried in that section. A deer can jump 8 feet high, and Joel and I did not want to build an 8-foot fence all the way around this 30 by 30 garden this year. So we researched this method and we're going to give it a shot. We'll see if it keeps the deer out. We have a very large deer population around Stonehill, so we'll see if it works.